so far it's working, right? APG just not able to get the points that they need to make sure that they're closer to Yangon than they are. So for Yangon, they're like, hey, we're actually sitting really, really pretty. I do want to say they got a second place, not a win. They didn't get the win curse before the smash point coming in. So they didn't win this one. Maybe they'll win the next one.
The other team, though, up at the top, obviously APG. I initially want to make the point, Max, and then you can continue on, because I am of the belief if you're a military-based team, you have to have a drop-up spot. And to watch them try and run over the bridge and dodge bullets and all this stuff, it's not enough when you're on the hunt to try and make something happen. What do you make of it?
It's like talking to a wall, Kalaris. So we've been doing it during PMSL CSA. You drop in a military base, you should have a secondary drop, but they've never done it now over the course of a year and a half since I've known this team, and especially since the brand new iteration of this team for Alpha Gaming. They're just so committed, and they almost lost players against 4 thrives with a VSS from IQ across the bridge.
Yeah.
It was rough, but here, as we can see on this graphic,
रेङ्गलको गेम सकिएको छ फर्स्ट गेम सबैले राम्रो खेलेका छन् र विनर भने यानगोन ग्यालेक्टिकोज अहिलेसम्मको टप टिम याङ्गोन ग्यालेक्टिकोज जसको 13 पोइन्ट 137 पोइन्ट छ भने नम्बर 2 मा छन् अल्फा गेमिङ, नम्बर 3 वेबो गेमिङ, नम्बर 4 अल्टर इगो आरएस, नम्बर 5 मा नोङसिम रेडफोर्स, नम्बर 6 मा पावर स्पोर्ट्स, नम्बर 7 रेग्नम कार्या स्पोर्ट्स र नम्बर 8 मा छन् 4 थ्राइब्स esports। र आजको ग्रान्ड फिनाले हेर्दाखेरि टप 3 टिम भनेको धेरै नै अगाडि धेरै नै माथि पुगिसकेको छ 137 पोइन्ट एउटाको छ भने एउटाको 119 र एउटाको 107 नम्बर 9 मा छन् टिम DRX नम्बर 10 मा IDA Esports नम्बर 11 छन् Flux Esports नम्बर 12 टिम Falcons नम्बर 13 छन् टिम सिक्रेट र हाम्रो प्यारो टिम Horaa स्पोर्ट्स छ नम्बर 14 मा नम्बर 15 मा छन् यसका साथै यहाँ म्याच पनि फेरि सुरु हुन गइरहेको छ Match 2 of the finals PUBG Mobile World Cup happening in Saudi Arabia. It is happening in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Saudi Arabia तातोमा केटाहरू गेम खेल्दा फ्यान भाली भाली रमाइलो चल्दैछ केटाहरूको ठिक छ खखल के सब कोरियन पार्टी छ नि त
Higher picture quality.
यसमा चाहिँ
Higher picture quality.
थोरै हो यसको क्वालिटी
Higher picture quality. Connect with YouTube. Wi-Fi connect.
Bye.
Yep. र यसका साथै सबै प्लेयरहरू छर्न थालिसकेका छन् र म्याप भने यस नयाँ हैन धेरै नै जोर्जो पुल साइडतिर परेको देख्न सक्छौं हामी र सबैजना इन्टेन्स
ग्यालेक्टिक्लोसले लक्छ जस्तो छ है केटा ग्यालेक्टिको रे हेर्दै जितुला जस्तो गर्छ त त्यो फर्स्टको टिम त के टप प्लेयर को हो यो
DDK 27 एलिमिनेसन स्माइलको 26 एलिमिनेसन र हाम्रो अर्को प्लेयरको 24 थियो नाम भन्न सकिएन सरी त्यसको लागि टप प्लेयर रोजमेरी DDK र फालाक छन् र यसका साथै जोर्जो पुलमा एउटा टिम कन्टेनरमा आफ्नो लुट उहाँको नाम छ YZ स्माइल टप टिम छन् अहिलेसम्मका 137 पोइन्ट लिएर बसेका छन् र यहाँ हामी हेर्न सक्छौं अर्को टिम APG अल्फा गेमिङ बग्गीमा अगाडि बढ्दै लुटको लागि यो भनेको अहिले भनेको एकदमै स्टार्टिङ फेज छ सबैजना आफ्नो लुट बढाइरहेका छन् र गाडी पनि
त्यसको त्यो लाइभको त्यो यतापट्टिको ताल्नु खोज्यो होला लाइभ आउँछ बनाइदिनु फेरि
is where things get a little bit more spicy, where teams might even just try and dogpile on Yangon. They're elusive. They're in the night, in the shadows. They're hard to find a lot of times. Great team when it comes to hide and seek. And a lot of teams will be seeking. And we just got the countdown down to 0 here on our match 3.
For POWR today, seeking fights has been something they are no strangers to whatsoever. Feels like they have been throwing carnage at so many teams and causing issues for some of our top squads. In that very central position right now, up against some other teams that love an early scrap. We'll see if they can find an opportunity. For Joker, maybe there's an opportunity just over this ridge, down on his belly right now, looking for the sight line with the AUG to play with.
6x as well, so he's got the distance, he's got the range.
Disturbance हुन सक्छ.
Cloud sends out, leaving just one player behind. Smile already rotated back across to Romeo. Bernat's still looting, but might just be a casualty for Yangon. Finally gets in the buggy, and by the time Joker is moving out, he may just be long Yangon.
Saved by the bell. They didn't even realize was ringing. Mernat's rotate will keep him at play. He can link up with the rest of the squad, and the advanced position from Romeo has not been forced out either. So they can link back up. The loot to play with. Look at how many teams are bustling towards one another as well. A lot of squads that love those fights. Alter Ego, no strangers as well, to throw in their hat into the middle.
Nongshim RedForce, a little bit of a wild card inside of this circle. Never sure when they're about to strike, when they're about to send a blazing wide swing at you. A real haymaker of a team is that squad. When they come a knock-in,
the barricade would be preferable. How Nongshim have been playing. I'll throw the C4 on the door, and anyone in the building won't be breathing no more if you give an opportunity to Doxy. Vinny and Tizzy as well have been a very lethal duo. And lethality is shown here from Horaa. The first punch is thrown out. Hyunbin gets an opportunity to strike back versus the Falcons again as well.
An aggressive rollout here from DRX over towards Pachinki earlier. I don't think the Falcons were quite prepped for it. A lot of times people just leave them alone inside of Pachinki, but with points being so close to one another and big jumps meaning big money, you'll take the advantage from wherever you can, especially on a last day where this is the penultimate Erangel match that we have for ourselves. You're going to pull out all the stops going forward. See Yangon on our screens, the picture in picture. You can see how focused these players are.
I think that's been the interesting thing, right? You know, we were talking about the reaction times way back at the start of the day today, but just the laser focus you see from the body language, that human element of PUBG Mobile. This team have looked like they are here to play. They've been limiting mistakes, focused up mechanically and with communication. That's what's setting them further away. That's what's bringing that skill ceiling higher and higher.
Slightly Mernat could even peek over the top, but looks like he's going to send back up towards the rest of the team, realizing that things are about to look not so pretty on the eastern side of the map.
Nades on target. Good connections here. Softening up DRX. It's been huge from Alpha, but they're about to be crashed on up close and personal. If they can handle DRX, they could push themselves up towards that match point. Enter the smash zone alongside Yangon. Doc, good with the moves. Hits the first, but look who's here. It's Mernat peeking in over the ridge, looking to clean up on this one. As DRX go down, they are handled by Alpha, but the nades are still rolling on through.
And APG will hit match point on this game, prepping themselves for the next if Yangon cannot finish this one out. Nades over the top, it's a long one over towards top, and it hits pretty.
Mernat is looking magical with these nades, making Alpha disappear before his eyes, and now he wants to split them in half like a bad magician. Pushes up with big Papa Pump. Unload, but it's a miss. Uncomfortable as they lose a player. One goes down. Mernat removed, but Yangon live on.
Mernat, who had been such a force in this game, to lose him off what felt like a botched engagement. Not able even to pull the trigger. We saw the reticle over the top of top. Dear me.
Smoothly for YZ. Till now they got only one member down. YZ Marat.
Yangon instantly on the move. Rotation from fight to fight. Hearts must be pounding in their chests right now. It's T24. The four Fripes representative trapped just apart from the Alter Ego duo and that last man, Redox, that's been causing curveballs for some of our teams here as a solo.
Redox just does not slow down inside of ruins. The area around him broken and fragmented. Redox's spirit unharmed. Romeo, another nade over the top to T24, and it is on target. Surprisingly, somehow T24 is able to sidestep it, or at least side crawl it.
I am shocked that he's been able to stay alive off the back of that one. Like it was a hell of a slam dunk from Yangon. T24 keeps his head clean, tucks down, tries to stay out of dodge with Redox. Similarly, just slowly crawling around, trying to find some semblance of cover to work with. Still good amounts of utility to work with, though, over on the side of Yangon. He casts another nade back in, and more chip damage follows through.
Weibo, 105 points at the moment, 4 players alive. One of the big hitters here over in the playoffs. They needed a big chicken dinner on this one if they want to get themselves over towards match point. No elims yet. Means it might be quite difficult. It's 13 eliminations, I believe, that they'd need on this game.
There is never a second where Yangon are not looking for the next opportunity to fight. Oh my, fire Flux. Seems like the fire's going to be going out off the damage done from Yangon, but they at least reply for a single knock back onto them. It's Saycloud with very little HP to play with here. He goes down. They lose another man, down to just the duo now. Romeo and Smile is all that remains for the team.
Trying to clear out as much of the southeast side. I think they understood that as soon as they took down APG, they lost one of their key players in Mernat. Looking for some more eliminations on this game. It will be hard to win this one with just the 2 players. Weibo looking so formidable down towards that south side, not to mention Thunder Talks and eArena. Still living at large, Sighting goes down to Leaders players.
Ida being able to put the Bazone to good use. A bit of a push-up on the reshuffle round here, still looking to confirm onto T20.
धेरै नै राम्रो भिडन्त भइरहेको छ यहाँ. YZ
Smile
all attack.
could lose his teeth off the back of that, and there's other squads that could dive onto you the second they see weakness here.
र जोनले पनि अलिकति सबैलाई फेभर गरेको छैन र वाइजी स्माइललाई नक डाउन एई मोवाना अल्फा गेमिङका एई मोवानाले वाइजी रोमियो अगाडि पुश गर्दै
Just one man alive now in Romeo. Not a love story on this game.
यो गेम एकदमै रोमाञ्चक भइरहेको छ बाँकी छन् अब 24 प्लेयर्स र 24 प्लेयर्समा 9 वटा टिम त अझै बाँकी नै छ भन्न चाहन्छु म यहाँ र जोन पनि सानो भइसकेको छ र यो रुइन्स भनेपछि हामी धेरै नै नेकी प्लेयरहरूलाई देख्न सक्छौँ तर
It's not just about trying to close it out with the smash rule.
धेरै नै सानो
Still just look to
जोनमा
gain additional points for the side, make the differential even
खासको धेरै नै युटिलाइज गरेर खेल्नु पर्ने हुने छ
even if it goes all the way to
टिमहरूले
game 6 as long as they're in
हेर्न
that top
सक्छौँ
spot,
वाइजी
they're gonna be
रोमियोका
happy and
सिंगल
won't
आउट
go around.
प्लेयर उनी
The big thing
आफूलाई
here is that Yangon just really
आफ्नो
hasn't
टिमलाई भनेका नमिठो नेड वाउ what a नेड फ्रम
No chance that
इमोवाना
Chicken, that surprise one
इमोवानाले धेरै नै राम्रो नेड फालेर
for Weibo. They're looking
टप
for as many
टिमका वाइजीका रोमेयोलाई अल आउट बनाइदिएका छन् र हेर्न सक्छौँ हामी यहाँ सबैजना जोनभित्र
You saw the frustration as well, how focused Romeo was. The slam of the fist down onto the desk. But the brawl in the lobby continues. Alva could not withstand the might of T24. Four thrives. Even when it's just a solo, they cause issues.
टिमहरू हट्दै छन् हामी हेर्न सक्छौँ किल फिडमा एकअर्कालाई
Earina
spray.
looking up. Weibo took a big
Need
hit there. Of
गरेर
course, he not quite down just yet though, but
साकुरा हाई
he's on life
एडभान्टेज
support.
हाइट एडभान्टेज फर साकुरा भनेको
Weibo trying to control this ridge side. eArena do not have to move as of yet though, but it's Weibo who would love to control this
EA
round.
अलिकति राम्रो सिचुएसन भएको देख्न चाहन्छु म
How good this team's looked.
वेबो गेमिङ हेर
Great
नेट
circle with them, having good manpower. 4 of them still being alive. There's so much that could be done.
what a
Get the
नेट
replay here of the takedown onto Romeo. It was a
Moana
nice
to
nade
get
from
the lead
Moana
out of
that
the
blew him out of
remaining
the
player of
runnings of
YZ.
ending it right here, right now.
हाम्रो
So the
टिम
fight
होरा पनि
continues.
अझै नै बाँकी नै छ तर होरालाई नक डाउन र किल पनि गरिदिएका छन्
Peaks, more damage done. Jiggle.
एउटा प्लेयर बाँकी छन् होराको होरा स्काईबाट नाइस स्प्रे
To handle it all on his lonesome.
टिटियानोलाई
Sky hitting
What a
some good
spray.
shots, but it's eArena looking
होरा
down this
स्काई
way.
एक्लै बाँकी छन् भनेको उहाँलाई स्प्रे गर्न खोज्दै थिए तर
Not a
टेरेनले
lot of
बचाएको
ammunition to
छ
take this game further.
र होरालाई
For
नेड हालेर
eArena, a nade goes through. Sky's not
अझै
done
बाँकी नै
yet.
छन् होरालाई पनि सकाइदिएको छ र टिम हाम्रो टिम होरा पनि eliminate भयो र टप 6 हुन सफल हाम्रो टिम हो र यो गेम 2 मा
Quick peeks in.
अब भनेको 5 वटा टिम 15 वटा प्लेयर यो धेरै नै राम्रो स्पट लिएर हाइट एडभान्टेजबाट सबैलाई ड्यामेज दिइरहेका छन्
Unfortunately, for Weibo now, there is just not enough players in the lobby to even get the eliminations that
के
they
गर्न
need
सक्छ
to
त
hit a match
तलको
point. So good game for Weibo to
एडभान्टेजियस
catch up,
पोजिसनबाट
but it's still opening the door now for APG and Yangon in that next game. But I respect that Weibo was more looking here for a strong game. They didn't overegg the pudding. They didn't push too
माथि
far
आउनै
out.
दिएका
They're
छैनन्
just trying to
टिम
catch up.
EA का
This is
प्लेयरहरूले
a difficult
उनीहरूलाई
scenario
धेरै
to get
राम्रो
themselves
भनेको
into, is to play
वेबो
scared,
गेमिङ
to play under pressure and make mistakes in these final moments, but Weibo's playing it calm. They know that even a podium finish is fantastic for them here in the playoffs.
And it's no guarantee, even with those two teams being in the smash zone, that they will just
टिम
end it
टिएस
early.
धेरै नै राम्रो पोजिसनमा छ तर उनीहरू जोनको ठ्याक्कै एजमा छन् भन्छु म र टिम EA जो चाहिँ घर लिएर हाइट एडभान्टेजमा बसेको थियो अहिले भने जोनले अलिकति प्यारो बनाएको देख्छु म उनीहरूलाई
Down towards eArena
5 वटा टिम 14 वटा प्लेयर
get further towards this end game.
Let's see who wins the game 2 of the PUBG Mobile World Cup.
Part soon.
Team EA, Team Weibo.
That's been what's taking so much of the attention, but for
Team
Weibo,
40.
is it finally time to go?
Team TT the Team TS. First
Focus back
from
over for
Joker.
He's a man that's done so much time and time again for this team. He's got backup and the nades are raining over. Chip damage in from all the follow-ups as well.
Mathi height
find any kind of cover to play with him, top himself up. Horaa taking a bit of chip damage of his own though. Lowered the minute, hops in the vehicle, playing with his mates.
Team Secret sent the soldiers up the drawbridge. But let's see if Weibo can
It's
draw
4
this fight
versus
to an
4
end. Or will it
versus
be eArena
2
standing tall over the
versus
top? A lot of
1
damage going
versus
through.
1.
23Z has to back this off. Sakura just trying to give that information back, but Team Secret gets ever closer to Weibo. Sook's able to run down T24. Sakura is directly in the sidelines. What is this?
Oh, Sakura!
नकडाउन पार्दैका छन् YBG का प्लेयरले YBG अघिदेखि एक्लै निहालेर बसेका थिए टिम EA लाई र अहिले दुईजना प्लेयरलाई नकडाउन गरिदिन सफल YBG का प्लेयर र आफू पनि नकडाउन भएका छन् तर रिभाइभ पाउँछन्
Weibo needs to quickly get back up on their feet. They're healing right now. Order being dropped back up into position. Sook makes a quick swing by, adrift. But it is Tourniquet to stay alive. 2 nades that could be dastardly. And Team Secret yet to make a mark on this engagement.
So closely grouped, the difference.
Could you please get me the charger, brother? Yeah.
Incredibly influential for him. One left
टिम
to
ए
play
टिम
with.
EA अघि जो चाहिँ अघि एकदमै राम्रो सिचुएसनमा थियो अहिले 1v डाउन भएको छ र
But 33Z tries
Almost.
to sit back in from the side.
all डेट पनि भएका थिए
But now Team Secret has to take the fight over towards Thunder Torch.
TS जो चाहिँ अघिदेखि यो घर लिएर बसेको थियो वाउ what a spray right TS to get the elimination of TT यो गेम मैले देखे अनुसार YBG ले जित्ने छ किनभने यो कोबी को सिचुएसन छ र एउटा प्लेयर
Inside the church, the bars on the window, a prison cell for Team Secret. As more bullets rain through. Tourniquet, the final player now here for eArena. Weibo looking to finish strong.
सेकेन्ड पोजिसन सम्म लान्छु भनेर बसिरहेका छन् but it's 4v1 that means very hard for them किनभने यताबाट पनि स्प्रे यताबाट पनि स्प्रे what a great play from team Whoa, YBZ Weibo Gaming ले यो सेकेन्ड गेम जितेका छन् मलाई लागे अनुसार एससी टिम एकदमै राम्रो पोजिसनमा थियो तर त्यो सानो भत्केको घरको एडभान्टेज लिँदै Weibo Gaming has won the second game.
Of the crowd going wild. The support is here in droves. The fans at home will be ecstatic with this result.
र यही सँगै काला चिट्टा खैरा नीलाहरू खुसी हुँदै मा झाक्नेहरू नेपालले हराएर
Even closer. The intensity keeps on building. Do not go anywhere as the action reaches its climax.
हाम्रो उस चाहिँ के भयो त्यो DRS भाइ कहिले उड्यो क्या तर कस्तो राम्रो खेल्दै गयो यार यो सँगै पहिलो म्याच भएको छ YB गेमिङ
This land is calling.
New Pulsar Legionnaire available now. First outfit with special head animations and voice lines. The Pulsar Legionnaire set comes with its own super cute voice lines that can be toggled on or off.
What happened? Bye, friend. Hello, Earth. I'm here.
It also features the upgradable Hyperion ship DSR and Jet Reaver glider with special animations. Experience parachuting like never before. That's not all. Even more rewards await. Event period, July 25th, 2025 through August 26th, 2025. What are you waiting for? Get the new Guild set now.
오른쪽으로 뛸게 나는. 나 오른쪽 위로 같이 해줄게. 준비다. 천천히 해. 피킹 안 해도 돼. 앞에 라인 기는 거 조심.
둘 바위랑 이거 그냥 받아먹으면 돼.
앞에 받아먹으면 돼. 바위 안 내밀어도 돼. 형만 내밀지 마. 삼각바위 하나.
이제 나온다.
삼각바위 하나. 삼각바위 하나 더.
나이스. 야
나이스 준호 형. 아. 나이스 준호 형.
我的意思是说，加龙能去左下，懂吗？
可以，知道可以打，知道可以打。那我们可以顶着。
我打这个知道。别急。OK。有个人要守，我看到一个。我看到一个。
你们别担心。
叫我，你们冲，他只叫我。
牛逼！还最后一个，还上来，就在眼里边。两边，带他。牛逼！
这个，哎。
Are we witnessing one of the greatest comebacks in PUBG Mobile history? A back-to-back chicken dinner when they needed it the most here to try and claim that trophy right there. Weibo with another win to get things rolling. They are so close to putting themselves in the smash zone here. Joining me, actually 7 this time, alongside Neptura to talk about this one. Neptura, a back-to-back at this point, in this moment, in this tournament is insane.
Especially the way they've been able to do it. They're not just sneaking in a win here and there. They are taking control of these games, doing what they need to do, and saying, we are here. We are actually that third team that will make that smash point. We are here to actually play. It's so nice to see. 8 points coming in, 18 coming into the third game here. 7. Are we looking at next game, them making that point?
Oh, they're definitely going to do it, especially with the way that we're playing. We got to talk about it. This team was just sitting in a compound for the longest time. Whenever they actually realized that we have to move out, that's when they started spreading their wings. So when you talk about they're doing what they need to do, that's exactly what they did. Talking about a team that needs to actually get into the smash zone, Alpha Gaming being able to do that, and you can tell all coming from eliminations.
Oh, yeah.
One thing that I will have to nitpick with this team, and I'm going to be talking about it for a long time if they continue to do this, is they are not playing like how they have done the previous 2 days. They have just been playing way too split, and those rotations are not early. I don't know what's going on with this team, Natura.
Yeah, it is unfortunate to see. It feels like under their pressure, they're kind of
They're starting to feel that pressure because we saw something a little bit different out of them.
It was
Max and I,
really
when you two
good
were
gameplay
discussing
from
behind
Weibo
the scenes
Gaming
when
in
we're watching the game, we never
the
see this
second
team go to
game.
the center of the circle early
you
on.
get
They've
me
been
the
playing
charger,
the edge
brother?
for the longest time. For me to be able to see this squad go towards center in a situation where they're more than likely trying to win the game, yes, that might have ended up working out, but that's
Weibo
going
Gaming,
away from
very
what
nice.
they've been doing for the previous 2 days.
Do you think that they should fall back on what they've been doing? It's been successful, Neptura. Do you think the adjustments here is really not worth it?
I think especially in that last zone, it might not have been the play because in the center of where it ended up, it's very low ground, very open, where the edges where everybody else was playing had a little bit more cover. There was a little bit more of that high ground, that scopeability as well there. So I think in that case, yeah, Seven's right. They should have stuck to the edge, but I do understand what they were trying to go for because for very good reason, the center was very open and no one was there where the edges were very busy.
Overall rankings time. All right, with potentially 3 more games
PUBG
remaining
Mobile
here.
Esports
Yangon, Galacticos,
presented
and
by
Alpha Gaming are currently in the smash zone. However, if Weibo Gaming gets themselves 5 points in this one, they will join them as well. And after rolling a chicken dinner into chicken dinner, who can potentially stop them? I am very concerned here, Seven. Either we get one of those 2 kings that coming in from the previous 2 days, being able to take a victory, but it very clearly seems like both of them are either feeling the pressure or adjusting their strategies to the point where they're not exactly comfortable where they need to be to win PMWC.
I'm going to be looking at Alpha Gaming. I got to call them out real quick. I feel like if they want to get a chance at actually winning via Smash Roll, this next Erangel would be the one. We've seen Yangon Galacticos win in Miramar. Weibo, I mean, we know what they showcase, especially in PMHI, getting the championship there, wanting to continue on a trend here. But I'm also looking at some of the other teams. I'm looking at some of the other teams trying to stop their squads from getting the points. We saw Turning K from eArena stealing those elimination points towards the end. And I mean, these are teams that even though they are towards the bottom, they are fighting for that prize pool.
Yeah, it's really nice to see them because even though they're not in contention for those top 3 spots, right? At this point, they're just not. But they're able to take those placement points away from a team. They're able to push those teams further down in that game, and they're able to steal elimination points. As you said, so they are still making a massive game for themselves.
And you guys at home, of course, can be involved in everything that's also going on around the game here. Also PMWC, starting from August the 1st.
Global Fashion Design
the Global
Contest.
Fashion Icon Contest officially has kicked off and is currently ongoing. This competition accepts both in-game outfit design submissions and participating by showcasing real-life outfits for you to wear. Use your sense of fashion to influence the world, and the total prize pool reaches up to $120,000. And with that, we are going over to the commentators. One final Erangel. Let's see who can take it.
One final Erangel. One final chance potentially to play during PMWC 2025. 2 eligible teams currently on Smash Points. Of course, we're talking APG, who just makes it off the back of that game number 3, Erangel, and over the other top dog, Yangon Galacticos, who's been here now for a couple of maps, but they haven't been able to seal the deal. But now is their opportunity. If you want to stay up to date with everything that's happening on the map, check us out on YouTube. Head that up so you can follow each and every round of our potential championship match. I'm Taylor Reflection, so we're joined by John. We'll be calling the action for the next 3. It's going to be a lot of fun. John, things are getting serious, and Weibo is looking to also be on Smash Point after this very round.
I mean, you say we're covering the next 3. We just don't know how many we're covering. It could end at any moment. Although we'll have to be at the match. But Weibo will back-to-back have made a monumental ascent up the tables to be in the contest. They are just on the doorstep right now of getting into that Smash zone to potentially take it away. From the Yangon Galacticos, who have been cruising at the top of the tables. You know, I said earlier on for one of my hot takes, and I'm going to keep bragging about this here, is that I felt like a Smash ruling was going to come through, but it would be from the point leader. It is not out of the question that is occurring here. If we get to a match 5, if Weibo are able to get past that boundary, they could really take this one away and not be on top of those tables. And an APG
छ भने त धेरै
I don't know, we'll see. The thing about Yangon Galacticos is they've been getting blessed by zones, and they also have been playing very aggressively, which has been pretty much their undoing. You know, the question is, why aren't they parking the bus? Why don't they slow things down, start playing in a methodical way that led them to this very moment? Now, points still matter. If we do go to game number 6, of course, if a team is on Smash Point, they win game 6, they then take the championship. But let's say a team outside of the running of Smash Point takes it, well, then it would default to the points winner. In this case, right now as it stands, it would be Yangon Galacticos. So points still matter, but if I'm Yangon Galacticos, if I'm APG, I'm going for it all. I'm trying to win this right here and now and shut everybody down, because the reality is, John, the longer these games go, there's more chances for other teams to be on Smash Point themselves and potentially for them to steal the championship away despite them not having the point lead.
It is, of course, that outside chance, that title, and not to mention the cash that goes along with it. It's going to be looming overhead, a bit of a threat here. $500,000 for first place is up for grabs. You drop down to second place, you allow that to sneak, you slash that number in half.
नेपालले पनि वर्ल्ड कप खेलेको छ PUBG वर्ल्ड कप भयो भने अरु वर्ल्ड कप मैले खेलेको त्यस्तो मलाई अब 18-20 वर्ष भइसक्यो मलाई थाहा छैन यहाँ भनेको हेर्न एङ्गल मात्रै गएर मैले त्यही त भनेको पनि एङ्गल मात्रै गएर अनि अर्को अनाउन्समेन्ट अब सबैजनाले कोही धेरै मान्छे नभए पनि अनाउन्समेन्ट चाहिँ के गर्न चाहन्छु भने हामी हरेक हप्ता PUBG टुर्नामेन्ट एज अ नेपालीहरूलाई यतिकै गेम खेल्नु भन्दा सबैजना मिलेर टुर्नामेन्ट गराऊ त्यही अनुसारको बरु सो हाम्रो टुर्नामेन्टको प्राइज चाहिँ 8,000 छ अहिले चाहिँ हामी $8,000 होइन है फेरि 8,000 rupees नेपाली नेपालमा केटाहरू यतिकै खेलेर हुन्छन् गेम सो हामीले पनि we had an idea
right here and now. Map number 4. I don't want to see Miramar because my chances of winning might have just gone down the drain. APG's on fire, but one of the things that's been hurting them is they only land military. They don't have a secondary drop, and because of that, they ran into issues a couple of maps ago. It took them a little bit longer to get to Smash Point, but yet here they are. Now, military is going to be quite active. We've talked about teams on military, things start to get crowded. APG is now one of them.
They are going to get involved on military. They get to drop out early for the first time today over towards their drop spot. But the circle sends up towards the northwest side, so teams moving over towards Georgia Pole. That's normally Yangon Galacticos, going to have potentially a little bit of a better time, but on that north side, you've got those vehicle drops that could potentially get a little bit messy and get involved with other teams, but it seems like they're extricating themselves effectively for the time being. No one getting too close to one another. No knocks being seen just yet. Of course, we're looking at Weibo as well. Down in Primor's going to split up towards Quarry as well. Nobody really contesting on that spot. Again, early on that plane path, they should be looted nice and quickly. And that west side rotate, very available. Very available indeed.
On Galacticos, they land a little bit short. Normally, they're up towards Georgia Pole, which would be phenomenal for them, being dead center. This time around, they will land a bit more to the eastern side of things.
Oh my God, Horaa
into some issues.
Oh my God, Horaa! Oh my God, Horaa! What a play! पहिले झर्ने बित्तिकै होराले त चाकु हानेर इए मोरमानलाई त सकाइदियो त हो भाइ खुसीले त get yourself a chill, brother.
To be honest, no one's really paying attention to these teams down low, and it is 4 players to a vehicle for Yangon Galacticos, which we hate. But it does mean that they are going to have to grab more vehicles off the road. And the buggy we first picked up by Smile. But they don't want to go for that. They're just going to draw up into the buildings.
This is a great opportunity for Yangon Galacticos to play for in-game. Not get too antsy. Let's not try to overexpose ourselves and go for eliminations. Let's tone back the aggressiveness. Again, I feel like they got way too aggressive in that last game. Would they still have won? I don't know. It would have been tough, but they weren't getting pushed by zones. Here, they have the best chance. This is quite literally the most perfect opportunity as it currently stands for Yangon Galacticos to hold it down, center zone, play for late game, and just stay quiet. That's my game plan if I'm them. Now, you do have teams moving in. Team Secret's going to be on the other side of the river towards Georgia Pole. And then, of course, eArena starts to come in as well. Maybe tempting fate to go into where Yangon Galacticos is currently at. They might go with Team Secret as well. We also shift our attention to APG. Once again, center of military, and they've got to make a decision. Eastern Bridge, Western Bridge. Where do they decide to go? Well, they've got 4 throws.
Engagement यलाई सकाइदिने वाला छन् टीएसले
Could be problematic as time goes on. Team Secret have a position now against Joker. Taking the fight fairly effectively here. Went down very, very low fast, but Frankie wasn't quite able to connect those final rounds.
Yes,
And now Frankie is in danger with Tony K.
Ayo support ayo TS Frankie grenade लिएर
Team Secret
या
rallying
त
around their
कान्छन्
high
त
ground player. Sakura on the windowsill.
ए टिम ए राम्रो खेल्छ अघि गेममा पनि देखाएको थियो तर लास्टमा अलिकति लकले साथ दिएन भन्न चाहन्छु म तर यहाँ टीएसलाई टेन्सन भनेको त उल्टै टीएसले पो भारी पर्छ कि के हो
and an opportunity to get their down player is here, and they will be successful. Tony K will fall. eArena starts to run on fumes. Joker last alive. And I just don't know if he's going to have what it takes to take down the 4-man unit of Team Secret.
This is an important fight to have concluded early. With the circle as it sits, teams are going to start to move towards the northern shore. eArena not being there opens the door for teams like Yangon Galacticos. Power at the moment to potentially try and sweep on through. It also leaves a little bit of an opening for Weibo on the west flank.
अलिकति भाग्नलाई हत्कचाहे त्यसका कारणले टीएसले ईएलाई फुल डेड बनाइदिएको छ
APG to follow suit. Thundertalk most
The
likely
wise smile लिँदै अगाडि बढ्दै
really hard to continue their way to center zone. That's why Yangon Galacticos are inside.
म्याप हेरेर तैँले कहाँ झरेका छन् पनि थाहा हुनु पर्यो भाइ यसो ठाउँ हेरेर धेरै भयो नि त भाइ तैँले खेलेको
a little bit of concern. I understand you want to lock down these bridges, and that's great for elimination.
Miramaro, I'm just talking about Irangol
together. There's no reason to get too antsy here.
कुन एरिया होला भन त यो
Shot on the stairs. I mean, that kind of feels antsy to me. You know, a little bit of a pop there. Maybe some things to come. They weren't able to close down, getting a little bit too aggressive. They take some damage.
ब्रिज हो भन्नुपर्ने हो नि त ब्रिजको हो यो अनि लास्टमा पुरै वाङवाङ खोलेर देखाएको
Lots of overlook positions, and that's the danger that you play into crates, right? It's so open around the edge. Getting out of there, if you commit early, is really difficult as teams start to move in. We're on board with APG though now, and they are being careful on their bridge crossing, but they needn't be. Oh, maybe. Okay, no, he's fine. He's around the edge of that blockade. They're zigzagging, they're going left, they're going right, and they are fighting ghosts right now.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We had, I know you would. We have a situation with Yangon Galacticos who were in this very spot when they won a game on Erangel. What, a couple days back, right? It was Team C. Or maybe was it Yangon Galacticos? Then they crashed in. They ended up taking a victory, and it was very close to where they currently are. So and so they won a game.
यो कुर्सी लिएर न भाइ के गरे भने
ठिक छ क्या
मलाई ठीक भएन नि त भाइ
मलाई ठीक भएन
अघि भनेको झन् अरे स्लाएर बसौँ भनेको डाँड भाइ भोक लाग्यो मलाई यार के खा न यार भाइ यार धेरै नै भोक लागेको छ भ्युअर्सहरु
के पास गर्दैन नि भ्युअरलाई
लुज भयो अब ठिक छ
राति सपनीमा देखेको तिमीलाई
maybe even fourth rise, but focused on alter egos who I feel have been doing decently well today. They can have a good game here. There is a big chance potentially they can start to do what Weibo's been doing.
त्यो अड्किन थियो त
Back, breaking in to smash point. This game is critical to get close to that narrative, and then the next Miramar, maybe they surpass it. Game 6, they can steal the whole tournament away, which would be insane, right? From alter egos and how well they've been playing. You look at Krypton yesterday, his clutch against Regnum Carya was incredible. So that would cap off a wonderful storyline we've been developing for this alter ego roster. Now, let's see where this next zone ends up going. And it's going to go straight towards alter ego up top.
हैन लफडा पर्दैछ फेरि यता ओ यार यो पोचिङकी स्कुल सबै सकिसकेको छ यार कस्तो ठाउँमा पऱ्यो यार सुटिङ रेन्ज जाला है यो पालिको सब गाडीमा हेर्न माक्री होरागन देखाएको न यार होरागन देखाउँदैन न देखाइदिने क्या अघि एकचोटि के मारेर देखाएको
सबले एउटा गाडी लिएर गएर इजीले स्पट गरेको छ र वाइचीको स्प्रे आरसिएन का टिम हुन त खेल्ने यसरी नै त होला नत्र वाइ इज देयर लट्स अफ कार्स हैन त्यही त होला रिजनै त्यही त होला
तर बग्गी सजिलो हुने यहाँ पछाडिबाट लान चाहिँ लाग्दैन
अनि त्यो हैन फ्युल कति फ्युल हुन्छ ल देयर इज अ रिजन वाइ देयर इज फ्युल नि हैन र
गाडीमा
हैन त्यत्रो अमाउन्टमा एक्स्ट्रा We are live from Australia, but the game is happening in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
And then go up north towards where Thunder Talk is currently at. But I agree with you. Yangon Galacticos letting Falcons get through along with a multitude of other rosters now puts them in a tough spot because you guarantee, well, I can't guarantee, but
this is the thing, right? They didn't do either of the things that position was good for. One, hold teams out towards the south. Take aggressive fights, force a blockade, force a traffic jam.
What do you think? Do they go after kill or do they go after points?
Positions. Points ma jaन्छन् Horaa अब सक्दैनन् अनि 15 मा केटाहरु 14 मा DRS कहाँ रहेछ DRS
ब्रो Horaa एउटा मात्र
DRS आउट भइसक्यो के हो थियो हैन
DRX
हाम्रो वाला DRX नै हो कि DRS
नेपालको दुईटा हो र
दुईटा हो Horaa र DRS नै हो के हो थाहा नै मलाई धेरै भइसक्यो
Weibo, Alter Egos, I think, are in prime positions to have a deep run in this game. And two rosters, you know, Weibo obviously 5 points away. I mean, they could get that with placement points depending on how they play this. For Alter Egos, a good game here puts them closer and closer to the smash points. Loving where they're currently at. They can just they look strong. APG finally starts to get towards the top.
के भन्छस् भाइ ओ शूटिङ रेन्ज Oh, it's a tricky zone, mate. It's a very tricky zone. Very tricky zone. Rozok side, right?
It's a non-zero possibility that Alpha Gaming crash into Yangon Galacticos.
त्यो रोजोको त्यो उकालो हो नि भाइ त्यो सिधाबाट गएपछि उकालो वाला त्यो माथि अलि दुईटा मात्र घर छ नि त्यहाँ पर्छ जस्तो लाग्यो
यहाँ पनि त्यस्तो धेरै फाइट साइट देखाउँदैन तर एरियल भ्यूहरु चाहिँ त्यस्तो धेरै देखाउँदैन है म त के फाइट भएको त लास्ट तिर मात्रै यस्तो भ्यू चाहिँ देखाइदिइरहेको रहेछ भाइ सो यु नो व्हाट आई मीन स्टार्टिङमा वाउ वाउ जोन बाहिरबाट चाहिँ मिठो स्प्रे हानेको
Thrives, a team that played so well throughout the group stages, now find themselves knocking on the door, potentially reaching smash point. Another roster that needs a solid game here in map number 4. It's a possibility, and that's what makes this grand finals great. We've got two teams who are already on smash point, but we've got teams who are definitely looking to make their way. We get to game 6, I'm expecting maybe 4 or 5.
It could go that way. It depends what teams like Alter Ego, what Fort Thrives are able to do here. It feels like those are the two teams who are, well, they are most likely to join, right? Especially with Fort Thrives already getting 3 points. They're up to 95 now.
अलिकति आवाज क्याप्चर भएको छैन जस्तो भएर आमसित So if you don't mind,
it's going to be very, very
difficult to do it like this. If that's okay for you.
It's going to be pretty tricky.
So before Yangon Galacticos
all goody
across the bridge. This time around, 3 go up. Team Secret gets close, but they leave that down low on the shoreline, potentially closing
केही गराउ न यार केही गराउ न यार कति गाडीमा मात्र घुमिरहन्छौ यार
That's all good.
Circling around the south side of Falcons, who are crunched in the middle of a bit of a standoff here, that is sort of concluding towards their north, and I imagine the Falcons going to want to get stuck in.
यिनीहरू जोनको प्रिडिक्सन गरेर बसिरहेको छन् भाइ यहाँ पर्न सक्छ 40 versus FF Team FF चल्ने स्प्रे हानिदिइसकेको थियो 40 प्लेयरलाई नभन्दै आदि
त्यो लास्ट जोनतिर मात्र खतरा फाइट हुने है एकैचोटि
नाइस रिभाइभ
देख्छ त बाचे 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 बाचे
त्यो जस्तो one and oh
मोरे 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 मोरे
the zone has been small again 14 minutes left
लपो वाइटी नि सक्यो त्यो झलक पलकहरु थियो नि त्यो होला सक्यो
It's going to take at least 2 matches for Fourth Rise to get up into the smash point boundary, which means match 6, their only hope to maybe sneak in and get a chicken dinner there. But again, it's on back-to-back chicken dinners at this point. Eyes on the top 3 right now, rosters on the table. The circle went up northwest. That's going to help Weibo potentially, Yangon as well, bolstering their position on the northwest side.
I'm very hungry. I go to eat now.
Alter Ego stuck in this scrap on the northeast side. I don't think they're getting out of this one unscathed, especially with Alba already down. Fireflux are right next to them. Falcons are to the south of them. Thundertalk and APG beyond them.
I'm very hungry, man.
Alter Ego are going to be able to push through this one in a healthy way.
Bring something, yeah? Bring something, yeah?
Desperately need to get up to that boundary.
Well, one thing we know about Alter Egos is they know how to fight. They know
अनि के छ त तर यार कस्तो फाइट चाहिँ लास्टमै पर्ने रहेछ तर हैन त्यस्तो साह्रो बबाल फाइट चाहिँ नपर्ने नै रहेछ ठिक छ राम्रो राम्रो कस्तो पागल रहेछ होला कस्तो उचाल्दिया होला त्यो थिस रहेछ नि त त्यो त माटुन ठीक ठीक TPS को खेल हो अब सबै शटगन के त खेल हो दुईटा बम के हुन्छ त पर्छ पर्छ पर अलिकति घुम्यो 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 यो घुमेर गयो है फ्ल्याङ्क हान्न साइडबाट all good
whoever wins this and especially if they win it in dominating fashion most likely could in fact win this game and win the tournament.
Doc gets clocked from the sidelines there and it's Regnum Carya to try and take him down. The SLR finds the angle. Doc potentially resible behind this tree. Regnum Carya will come under fire from teams like Horaa, from teams like Team Secret as well, and Zjol has an answer over towards Wild. He'll get that knock and Regnum Carya's sightlines will start to get diminished here. Playing that forward position towards that north side hold, it's going to work out well. And Regnum Carya now playing only as 2. They only have 1 active sightline that allows the res to come through for APG and Yangon Galacticos. They're not going to continue to lock horns with them.
No, not at all. And they also have a hard cover POI, which is wonderful for them. So when APG, if
त्यो YG को point कति धेरै हो यार.
be in a tough spot. So the question is, will the third party from Regnum Carya truly put APG into the dirt? Well, for Silas, he's worried about Nongshim RedForce. You also have Weibo, who's going to be up ahead. We've lost Ragnar from POWR, Ida fighting off against him from a distance. You also got DRX joining in as well. Fights galore taking place. And, well, for every player that gets taken down, for every team that's eliminated, that puts other rosters closer to Smash Point or closer to a victory.
POWR eating lead right now as Ida taking them to task, but they have had their fair share of punishment here with Eren going down as just Emre left standing, trying to flex those big muscles that we've seen on him. The size of that lad, indomitable, but right now cowering behind this ridgeline with a blue zone at his back.
DRX, Haji from POWR. DRX holding it down, not wanting to overcommit in this moment. By the way, the alter egos Horaa fight still underway. That eastern side has yet to slow down. Nice shot from Yudbin up ahead. That's on Smile. That is a critical down. And decision. Leave their hard cover and go get the pickup. They're going to commit for it.
The difficulty here is that Yangon Galacticos have to leave their hard cover. Al-Haji giving a good attempt at holding against DRX, but you've got to imagine his number is up. Will go down as they cut through him. DRX managed that one cleanly. Ida going down as well, leaves 9 teams remaining. Placement points coming in soon, which remember is important for Weibo. They need 5 points this match to find that one. Smile did get res for Yangon Galacticos, but they still have to move north, and APG have 4 players alive. Moving north is so tricky against where Regnum Carya are playing, and it might get even harder with DRX trying to backfill.
Here they go, and YG was firing a couple of shots. Sides is going to go up top and try and challenge the YG boys. This is going to get tense. Smile back on his feet. Nade cooking. It's thrown. Hyunbin manages to dodge. Another one thrown on Soez, but he dodges it as well. DRX continues to progress. Smile, he is dropped off for the second time in just a short amount of time.
APG grinning ear to ear.
Mughal bhai yaar
Sidelines take their place. Usurp that position on the south edge of players 4 rather than the 3.
जोर वार परिरहेको रहेछ त भाइ के हो अलिकति कमेन्ट्री समेन्ट्री त दिनु पर्यो नि त भाइ यार
यहाँ म यताउति हेर्दै तर ठिक छ वार त ठिकै हो होरा अझ लुकेरै खेलिरहन् केटाहरू मेसिन नाम लिँदैन
कहाँ छन् होराहरू हल्का टाउको देखाएर नखानिदिइहाल्यो भाइ यार टु डेन्जर यार यो त आल्फा गेमिङ
वाइजीलाई सकाइदियो नि भाइ अल्फा गेमिङ यो टुप्पोमा छ क्यारे
ओ माय गॉड अल्फा गेमिङको स्प्रे अहिले जित्ने के अरे Y2G
विबो
Y2G YBG रहेछ राम्रो गेम प्ले देखाइरहेका छन् यहाँ एपीजी का रिफ्युजले
अब देख्नु DRX बम फ्याल्यो
but let's face it, it's not easy to be a PMWC champion. So Alpha Gaming has to fight through. Weibo on the top. Their fighting gets getting scrappy, but
अब चाहिँ राम्रै पाएछ नि DRX ले विबोलाई उडाइदियो
होराले हो
होराको एकजना र अब एकजना मात्र भाइ छ एकजना नक छ
7 किल गरेछ त्यो गेममा त नाइस होराले
केटाहरू अलिकति त्यो उसमा बस्नु कस्तो ओपन बस्ने भने हाम्रो केटाहरू चाहिँ यार उनीहरू टट्ट ढुङ्गासुङ्गा पछाडि बसिरहेको छ यो डाँडाको टुप्पा गएर ओपनमा बस्थ्यो हाम्रो
रिभाइभ भयो ल
ऊ त्यहाँ माथ्छन् हो र राइटपट्टि त्यो माथि सिधा
जोनमै रहेनछन् गाह्रो हुन्छ तिनीहरूलाई
भित्र आउने बित्तिकै मारिदिन्छ दुईजना मात्र हो अनि खेल्दैन यिनीहरूलाई
DRX पनि चेपिरा
एकअर्कालाई सकाउँदैन यहाँनिर छुट्टै गेम परिरहेको त्यो डाँडामा छुट्टै गेम परिरहेको
स्प्रे त हान्छ नि त आवाज पुलिको आवाज सुनेपछि यसलाई त्यहाँ देखाइ छैन भने धेरै स्प्रे पनि हान्थ्यो यार अल्फा गेमिङ गराएको डेन्जर सकाइदियो रिफ्युजलाई हो रिफ्युजलाई के हो र जित्न सक्छ त चान्स त छ भाइ अब 5 वटा टिम छ ओपन फिल्डमा भयो गेम है नाइस
जोसँग धेरै स्मोक छ त्यसले ओ गुड ड्यामेज
DRX को 2टा बाँकी चाडै हो 3टा
TS को 4टा बाँकी RG को 3टा बाँकी
तर होराले गेम नाइस पोइन्ट लेखा भाइ यार 7 किल हैन
उनीहरुको 130 छ हामी 70 लिएर के गर्ने हो
50 र 70 हुँदैन र यो चिकन भयो भने त राम्रो हुन्छ यार यिनीहरुलाई होराले चिकनै हान्ने सोचे है हो what a spray boy होराको एउटालाई नि सकाइदियो फेरि होराको एउटा मात्र बाँकी लुकेर खेलौँ होरा सर किल चोराइदिउँ बरु होरा सरले किल चोरौँ लुकेर बसेर रहेछ नि त ओहो यसलाई त सबभन्दा राम्रो परेखा भयो यार
किन हान्नु पर्यो चुराल बन्नु नि
देखा भएर होला नि TS ओहो DRX ले TS ले जिते क्या होरालाई नि सकाइदिएछ TS ले त डेन्जर यार
एक पछि अर्को जाँदै
हो ए आरजी को 3टा बाँकी रहेछ भाइ आरजी जित्यो
Three players alive for Regnum Carya. They need to move south and potentially down the hill. Thunder Talk with 2 playing on the east side of this circle. They've got a couple of sporadic pieces of cover that sit before them.
आरजी टीटी र TS TS कोले त्यहाँ दुईटालाई अनावश्यक लुज गर्यो टिम हानेर माथिबाट 3 ताले TS ले जित्छ यार किनभने त दुईटाको फाइट पर्छ TS जोनमै छ हेर्न ग्रेनेड ओ माय गॉड कत्रो ग्रेनेड आइ फाले
तल हन अनि
नकान्दियो नि त त्यही त कोलाई यिनीहरुलाई अनि यिनीहरुबाट जोन पर्यो भने त भाइ जोन त अब दुईटा त होला कि एउटा हो
एउटामै सकिन्छ 3 जना टिम त
ग्रेनेड हान्न देखाएन यार ओ स्प्रे TS-लाई नि स्प्रे आरजीले जित्यो
मोटेले कस्तो हाने यार यति मात्र लागिसक्यो एउटा रहेछ मोटेले जिताइदियो
भाइ मुख नखान्न हुने
मोटेले जिताइदियो
What a gameplay from RG. Regnum, Carya, Esports. सब पसिना आएछ कस्तो राम्रो गेम प्ले आरजीबाट सुतेर बसेर है यसो गर्दै थियो यसो गर्दै हान्दै हाल्यो नि त्यो स्प्रे त TS-लाई यहाँ सकाइदियो क्या भाइ आरजीले रहेछ नि त यहाँ पनि फेरि
यो TS को यसले यता हान्दै थियो यसलाई उल्टो हान्दिरहेको क्या सकेन नि उनीहरू
यो स्प्रे चाहिँ डेन्जर हाने है
तलै भयो क्या अलिकति देखाउने बित्तिकै मारिदिँदो रहेछ नि
यस्तो त्यसले त यस्तो सोचिरहेको थियो त्यो देखाइरहेको थियो त्यो एङ्गलबाट गर्दै थियो ट्याङ हो र यसका साथै थर्ड गेम टिम आरइजीले जितेको छ and we'll be back in 3 minutes and 12 seconds. For now, tada bye bye.
Reach your impossible, Lenovo Legion.
To the Mummy Series outfits is here. Paired with the new Ice Tube Glider, the Polar Spectrophage set is just what you need to freeze your enemies. Or send them ablaze with the Inferno Feed set's new upgradable Chain Inferno Uzi. All the Mummy outfits are back. Get them all. Join now and collect the whole series to turn all eyes on the battleground. Event period, July 10th, 2025 through September 2nd, 2025.
Well, that's Erangel all done and dusted. Regnum Carya here towards the very end, looking strong, but for all of these teams here, they are just fighting for a little bit more prize pool because this game went off the rails. We saw those northern shifts. Joining me, we have 7 Neptura as well as Maxman to talk about this. Neptura, a lot of these teams that are now in the smash zone or close to Weibo up the north, trying to get something done. They don't enter the smash zone. Oh, I'm going crazy.
Heartache. It really is heartache coming in here. They tried so hard and got so far, but so far it doesn't really matter because they don't come into that smash point, right? just a couple of points away, and they tried so hard. I already said that, but they did try so hard. They got a lot of points coming in there. They tried to get a lot of those teams waiting for the right time, trying to recreate what happened in the third game of the day, but it just didn't work out. That zone was just not going to be going their way, and we go over the match ranking. We see 7 elimination points coming in for Regnum, stealing a lot of those points away from other teams.
For Weibo, just way too passive. You can't play the same way that you were able to play it in the past. You're going to have to make sure you attack those teams, especially if you're trying to get there within the smash zone. It's not going to be enough, and I mean, it wasn't even enough to get into the first page. I do got to give some props, though, to Alpha Gaming. Somehow they were able to find a way into those circles. I will get a chance to talk about them a little bit later, but yeah, for Weibo, more aggression, Max.
They had literally the perfect setup because Alpha Gaming were fighting against Yangon Galacticos. That was like the perfect setup for them to enter the smash zone, and those two main teams you're going up against not being able to actually convert that chicken dinner was so important. Unfortunately, not quite able to get as many eliminations as you just said, Seb.
Yeah, Yangon gone, but then, of course, Alpha in those kinds of dips, Neptura, it's as if they were there too early, right? With a team eventually coming from the high ground, as well as Team Secret eventually coming in from the west. It's not the easiest place to survive there at all.
It's really not. I never loved that position coming in for them. I understood why they did it. We were discussing it backstage, weren't we? Like, there's a lot of dips. You can just hold for a while, just wait for other teams to do something. But for me, I was like, it's too center in that zone because it's way too open. All those teams on that hillside can look down on you. You had Yangon in front of you as well. I think it was Romeo in the compound there as well with a different angle. So for me, it was a very, very risky play.
Mr. Seven.
I'm just going to be looking at some of these teams. I mean, top damage dealers, Arctic Eagle. That's a team that's currently trying to fight for the top 4. I thought with 4 tribes going out early on, I thought maybe they were going to try to make a push there. Just sadly, it doesn't end up going their way. And with Regnum, they're also trying to get in there. They're trying to get into the money. And with that performance, it definitely pushes them closer.
I mean, they were in 6th position at the start of the day, Seven, and they've been slipping, not really able to get any results in the first 3 matches of the day. This chicken dinner, just like we saw at the very start of the day, can bring you a lot of money, possibly. So I think that is definitely going to be the case. I'm very excited to see where they are in the rankings. They might be in the top 5 because that was actually a big 17-point match.
Yeah, you're already talking about those huge potential leaps that do come along. The fact that we started with a leap of from 50k to 120k, so there's still so much to play for these teams as we continue things on. And now moving into Miramar as well, it does make me wonder because, Seven, you were questioning if Alpha Gaming doesn't get it done here and then going on to Miramar, this might be Yangon territory for sure.
I mean, for Alpha Gaming, they've been able to get a 3rd place. They've been able to get a 2nd place. So the performance is there. They just haven't gotten the win.
Yeah.
You know who has gotten a win? YG, Yangon Galacticos. That's what I want to see out of them, but they're continuing to just mess up their gameplay style. Yeah. I'm not enjoying what I'm seeing out of them. This team used to play edge, but they keep going center of the circle for some reason. Yangon, go back to what was working the past 2 days. Stop worrying so much about center of the circle. That was one of your greatest advantages.
One thing about Smash 4 is that teams will try and change their playstyle to try and hopefully convert a win, but they've converted wins before, Seven. You said it early on Miramar by playing edge. It was successful in the past, and here they're trying to play center. As we saw Niptra here, unfortunately for Yangon Galacticos, they might be throwing this tournament at the very last hurdle. They need to go back to playing edge, what was successful for them in the past.
Yeah, but the other thing is, as well, as while they struggle to get those wins, we saw on that board there, you actually had APG with an average of 8 elims on Miramar. So purely by points, APG could take the win while Yangon are struggling.
Right, well, we have everybody's second favorite segment. It's Seven winning with 7. No, not you.
That's right. That's right. There's one thing that's been really pissing me off today, and that is none other than just Doc being so far away from his squad and just causing his team to just make mistakes, especially in this scenario. I love the way that APG was winning. I love the positioning that they were able to get, but every single time that Doc kept getting knocked, it kept forcing Top to go pick him up, Refits to go pick him up, and that was ultimately what broke the camel's back. As soon as Top decided to back up and go pick up Doc, guess what? The next team was moving up, and he gave the disadvantage to them. If they would have just been able to manage themselves, stay more compact, like they have done in the past 2 days, I think we would have had a new champion by now.
Maybe it is tough stuff here. Let's take a look at those overalls and see what's going on so far, because we still have only 2 teams in the Smash Zone. Weibo was just 2 points away, Max, from joining.
Oh, if they win their fight versus Horaa Esports, they'd be in the Smash Zone. They could try and convert the win now, despite being so far behind at the start of the day. Weibo, I think they're going to look back on this game and just that is the worst possible time for them to possibly miss out on the Smash Zone. But Alpha Gaming, Yangon Galacticos still going up there. Currently a 10-point difference, so even if we don't end on a Smash, any of those two top teams could be the ones to take the trophy.
The other thing as well is you've got a lot of other teams actually catching up to them now. Regnum with 100, Alter Ego with 96, DRX with 96, Fourth Rise with 95. I mean, all of a sudden, not only are they no longer, or they are close to that smash point, they don't get it, but they've now got 4 other teams nipping at their heels.
Imagine if someone like Regnum Carya then suddenly joins the Smash Zone as well. I would lose my mind, which would be kind of crazy stuff. But of course, you guys at home can get involved in everything that's going on as well, because the Airdrop Carnival, you've only got 1 day left, I believe, on it overall. You can go log in and summon a surprise airdrop, collect 2025 airdrop vouchers for your chance to win official merch, smartphones, BD partner rewards, permanent in-game items, and more. Every participant is guaranteed to win. So make sure you get all that going on here, as we are now ready for our half-time as a whole, because we're heading over to Barney and Veracity, who are on the stage before our next game.
Carya Esports Arena, are we ready for some more PUBG Mobile? That's what I like to hear now, Barney. Let me tell you now, Weibo Gaming, they can smell it. They can smell it in the air. They can smell the chicken dinners getting ready to cook.
Yes, they can, but they're only a few points off that threshold of getting into Smash points, so unfortunately it won't happen in this game. But we still have 2 teams currently in the Smash Zone, so it could all end right here, right now, Veracity.
I'll tell you what I've been loving, though. The Weibo Gaming fans are here in full force. They've been showing their support. And just before we went live, I saw Regnum Carya giving us a little bit of energy as well. I'm loving this. I'm loving the energy.
They did indeed. Right, we'll test it a little bit. Weibo Gaming, how you feeling?
No. I think you guys can do better than that. Weibo Gaming, are you here?
Okay, things are starting to heat up here. We are about to go into our Miramar matches. Like we've already said, it could end right here, right now, or we could go the distance. It's going to get spicy. So make sure you stay locked in and get comfortable, because we are heading in to Miramar. Woo!
Thank you very much, Barney and Veracity, hyping up the Weibo fans, because they need a little bit of a pick-me-up after that last match. That fight on the north side did not go their way, Bo, and they are going to not quite make it to that Smash boundary to join Alpha Gaming and Yangon Galacticos with a chance to take it all here and to take it all now.
There it is, and now things start to get scary for the Yangon Galacticos roster, which they don't look too scared as they're waving to the camera. They actually look quite happy and content where they're currently at. But for APG, this is a real opportunity for them to take this tournament. They are phenomenal when it comes to Miramar. We looked at the stats just before heading into this game, and, well, they were the #1 team, averaging the most eliminations, but also placings as well. I think it could end here, but you did bring up a good potential narrative for the team of Weibo before we went live. Let's discuss it.
So, I'm thinking, do Weibo go in and try and hot drop one of these 2 teams?
So 2 teams being Yangon
Galacticos and Alpha Gaming.
Okay.
Do they want to try and sit on a single player, target, focus just one of those players? They get 1 point towards it. I say hot drop, maybe not in the sense that of all going for a 4v4 fight.
Sure.
I feel like it may not be a terrible play to just drop on one single player from either Alpha Gaming or Yangon Galacticos, reduce their chances of winning, get 1 point closer towards that match point boundary. Sure. I think it might be an option. I think it's fairly unlikely. I think it's more likely that we see them just try and play by the book, play for the later game. But it's not out of the question, and so I'll be looking out for that. At the moment, though, it doesn't look like we're going to see that coming on through, because both Yangon Galacticos and APG are out early.
That's interesting. Yangon Galacticos typically go up towards the El Pozo side of things up north. This time they're going south, maybe to throw off the scent of Horaa and Falcons, who they have typically been trying to avoid. Remember, everybody, Yangon Galacticos, when it comes to Miramar, they are a team that plays in blue for the longest time. You typically do not see them within the zone until stage 3.
that's when they start to move up. Granted, if the zone pops on them right now, it could be great. If we get an island finish, I'm ecstatic. I want chaos, especially in our potential final map, but we won't get that. We'll get a standard zone, which means, once again, the narrative for Yangon Galacticos most likely going to stay on the outskirts until about stage 3 when they start to move into the zone. Now, for the other rosters, APG, they are a bit split. Zeal does get a vehicle. He's going to go ahead and join top and go up ahead. But 7 did bring up a good narrative, man. Doc, the talking, right? Where is Doc always going, leaving his roster? He needs to stay put. And the same thing could be said for Mernat. The same thing could be said for Sleepy on Yangon Galacticos, because you go back to the previous Erangels, and they were just splitting off left and right. Solos do not win championships.
Yeah, but Doc's got 10 AD limbs, so, you know.
Sure.
Kind of cool, right?
It's a cool stat. You know what's cooler? $500,000 in a championship win.
I think you might be right, actually. I'll run the numbers and get back to you. But either way, we are on board with Horaa right now, who did beat Weibo in that fight on the northern side in the last match, preventing them from potentially being able to convert a smash victory here in match number 17 of our final set here in Riyadh. And they will not be happy if they have to come into contact with them once more. All the way towards Biodemar. On the south side here, Yangon Galacticos getting on looting. Nice and happy for themselves. They'll be chilled. I'm looking at where they could potentially be rotating through. You imagine that they're going to roll up potentially towards Montenuevo, coming through around Power Grid, potentially San Martin. There's always the option to go further north on this one. But I think it's fairly unlikely that they go the other direction and come into contact with APG, because that's really what I'm sort of looking out for here. Are those two teams going to come into contact with one another at some point during this match?
Yeah, Regnum Carya, big win on Erangel, puts them exactly at 100 points for map number 5. Game number 6, smash point opportunity, maybe. 28 points, though, would be one of the biggest games we have seen to date throughout the entirety of our tournament. So, highly unlikely, but for Regnum Carya, I think they've got to commit. I really do. But there is value, and there is an argument that just staying in top 5, that's a lot of money, right? And that's the question that always has to be answered for the rosters when it comes to a smash point rule set is it worth committing to try and silence a team to continue to tournament forward? For example, challenge Yangon Galacticos, challenge Alpha Gaming to continue to tournament. But you do that and you have the chance of potentially dropping half your roster. Doing that means another team who is a 4-stack has a chance to then pass you up, and you potentially lose out on thousands and thousands of dollars. So you've got to weigh the pros and cons, and you have to question, is it worth it truly to challenge the top rosters, or is it more worth it just to play your game and maintain your positioning and not necessarily go for gold?
I mean, that is the question, right? You can't really fault a team for thinking either way. I feel like if you're here to win the tournament, if you ignore the money, the plays are a little bit different. And I think that once you add in the profitability, the longevity of a team, of an organization investing in you as a team, it can start to change how you're thinking about this one. I know a lot of coaches will come out and say, no, we're just trying to play the game. We're not worried about the prize money. They're worried about the prize money. Like, they're worried about prize money. What they're doing there is lying. And they will be much more focused on getting towards those spots, climbing that ladder, more so potentially than going for that top spot when it's a really outside chance.
So Alter Egos, you can talk about an outside chance even further down the standings than Regnum Carya. Huge pop-up game needed for them, but they want a sliver of a chance to take Smash Point. Because the reality is they're just a little bit too far away in the points category to catch up to first place currently, which is Yangon Galacticos, who still have a valuable lead in the point standings, even if none of our Smash Point teams gets a win. Let's say we go to Game 6, nobody gets a win. Yangon Galacticos being in first place still wins PMWC 2025. But for Alpha Gaming, they are still on their heels. And again, my favorite team to close the tournament out in map number 5. But they're going to have to fight tooth and nail into the zone. And well, 4th Thrive's going to be just above them. Alter Egos to the right. And you also got to think, Yangon Galacticos, Weibo are also going to be coming behind you. So you've got some competition all around you.
In terms of teams that can steal this first place spot, on these tables right now, I think from Alter Ego downwards, there's no chance ever
that they are going to be able to make this one.
Fair.
As it stands, Regnum Carya, to be able to win via smash, would have to get 28 points in this match, which is an 18 elim chicken dinner.
The biggest game we've seen.
Biggest game we've seen so far in this tournament, so even they are an outside chance. Here. So it is really a three-part story in this final set of matches. These final goes at the desert, and we are with only 2 out ahead by a leg. For gaming, they already rotated in. They're a little bit behind 4 Thrives, a little bit behind Regnum Carya with Alter Ego parallel to them. DRX moving up past Impala. The team to actually do a lot of damage to APG and to Yangon Galacticos in that last game to deny a smash victory in the final Erangel of the day.
DRX traveling across the coastline. They stay on the outskirts of the zone. That's going to be great for them because they can go all the way up towards Truck Stop if they decide to go north. Horaa Falcons starting to get relatively close to each other. That's a narrative we've had throughout the entirety of this tournament. Falcons, Horaa, and typically Yangon Galacticos, who normally are up in the north side with them, but again, they choose to avoid all of that nonsense and drop down south. Of course, playing in the blue zone as they typically do. A couple of shots are fired off, but overall everybody is going to be okay. Falcons, Horaa still have their 4 members up. But as they do start to condense, they get closer to Ida, who is going to be in that vicinity as well. The north side not as congested as the center, obviously, or even the southern portion, because the southern portion is about to get pretty active, but it still is something to watch. APG getting some damage taken onto them because up ahead is 4 Thrives.
They're taking shots out their ways. Yol, though, he's going to be chilled out a little bit over here. Just going to pop that adrenaline. He's going to turn around, not really want to get stuck in too much to this one. They're in this circle, they've got plenty more options to go for. Yangon Galacticos are on the road as well. They have just started their rotation from Valle de Mar. They went a little bit slowly past Minas del Valle on that south edge, and now they are moving on the south coast here, potentially towards Weibo.
Right on, yeah. That brings that not hot drop narrative we were talking about, but still for Weibo, I think there is value in challenging YG. We have a shift over to the right-hand side. That means Falcons, Ida, Horaa, Nongshim, RedForce, DRX have to drop down, and that makes the job a little bit harder for APG, who now have to go into at least a culmination of the roster.
Order right next to Smile here. Order, of course, one of the most decorated players in PUBG Mobile. 2 global titles under his belt. Wants to try and make it a 3rd here. Unfortunately, he is the outside chance.
ठीक छ कतिखेर आइपुग्नु मलाई एकचोटि मेसेज हाल्नु निस्केपछि है
APG's dropping south. They didn't want to head straight into the zone. They didn't want to challenge eArena, POWR, Flux, Regnum, Carya, Falcons, Thunder Talk, who are all in that vicinity. They drop down, and we might see a back-to-back map repeat of YG versus...
गेम को ठुलो आयो हाम्रो आएन त्यही त हो नि हैन मलाई लिनु त एउटा चाहिँ देखाइदिनु या आउनु चाँडो आउनु न मुझे यहाँ मैले सेटिङ गर्न पर्छ त मार्छ मलाई मुझे ल ल ल ल तपाईँ निस्किनु ल मिलाउँदैछु क्या म यहाँ होराको एउटा पनि ढलिसकेको छ यहाँनिर वाइजी के छ राति सपनीमा देखेको तिमीलाई को यार यो बोल त बोल राम्ररी त बोल अरु भने यस्तै हो हैन केरा हो यिनीहरू गाडी चाहिँ चलाएरै म निस्किन आँटे हो क्या गाड़ी में
गेम साउंड बड़ा था